Hey everyone, Bob Spyro here, SNB Blogging Academy out of Whitensville, Mass. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to our system, to our products, and to our opportunity. You can make big money here in Empower Network. Income disclaimer, click on the link below this video and look at our published income statistics. It's not the lottery that you've won. However, we have a proven three-step system, and you're going to be meeting my business partner in the next video here. Hang on to your seats here. Dave Wood, the legendary Dave Wood, although 3.5 years ago was living homeless in a van, learned and mastered the skills necessary for attraction marketing. He's gone to the top of 4 different companies in the last 3.5 years before starting Empower Network, recruiting 5,000 new reps at the rate of 4+ a day, like clockwork, without picking up the phone. You're going to learn on this next video what Empower Network is. You're going to learn about our 2 core products, and you're going to learn how to make money from the owner and founder of Empower Network, Dave Wood. Put your seatbelts on, hang on to your hats, because here we go. Dave Wood, take it away, buddy.
Hey there, this is Dave Wood again. Welcome back. As you can see, it's not just me that's making a lot of money. It's also a lot of the people around me, and the people who are listening to these strategies and are actually applying them are getting the biggest results. So now it's time to talk about what we're selling, how we're doing it, and how you can get results with it. So here's what we're selling. We have 2 main products that you're going to have the opportunity to buy, and then also we're going to talk about how to generate the incomes we talked about in this video. We have a product called the Viral Blogging System. We also have a product called the Inner Circle Membership. As a part of your Fast Start Kit that you're going to get access to when you get started, you're also going to get a Fast Start system, some marketing tools. You're going to get access to our affiliate system. So let's talk about each one of these. First of all, the Viral Blogging System. What is it? Well, that goes back to the breakthrough that I had in 2009 when my life just started taking off and I started making money like crazy. What did I learn and how did I apply it? I learned one concept that changed my life. It's a concept called target marketing. Basically, what I learned is that rather than trying to just sell to everyone, there are people that are actually hunting down the information that I'm trying to sell to them. They want to buy it. They literally have their credit card in their hand right now. They're sweating because they're looking to make a decision, and they're just looking for the right person to buy it from. I learned how, through utilizing viral blogging technology, to target those people and to capture them right at the moment when they're making a decision. Now, what I learned over the years after trying to teach tens of thousands of people to blogs, I learned that it's too technically complex to be able to do it. People either don't know technology or they don't have sales skills. And so we invested $3 million of my money into a piece of technology called the Viral Blogging System that is designed as a system where you can sell any products, any business that you're in, doesn't matter what it is, and we are going to help you create sales and create income like that in your organization by learning what it is that I did back in 2009. So that's the Viral Blogging System. Is the most powerful way to market on the internet. What's the inner circle? Well, to get to the inner circle, I got to tell a little story here for a second. Back in 2002, I met a guy when I first got in this profession who was making $500,000 a month. Now, to give you an idea of how much money that was, this guy had a private jet, and he'd flown to a meeting to 1,000 people in his private jet. The only reason he flew to that meeting in the jet was, in his own words, because he wanted to go home that night and eat dinner with his wife. So after the meeting, he actually got back in the jet and he flew back home to his wife. Now, I got a chance to corner this guy after the meeting and ask him, what's the secret? I'm going to tell you in just a second. What is the inner circle, though? The inner circle is an ongoing training system and an ongoing personal development system for the home business profession. In other words, if you have somebody that's got a home business, if you want to learn how to make money from home, this is an ongoing system to train you how to create success in your downtime as you're driving to and fro from work. Which brings me back to that story in the hotel. Got up to this guy and I was frustrated. I was like, I'm trying, and I'm not making any money. And I got up to him and I said, just teach me the secret, because I'm frustrated. And he goes, stop. Clapped his hands and I went like this. It's a weird way to respond, right? Well, what did he say next? He said, Dave, if you'll do 2 things only, and you'll promise me that you will do them, You will do them. I promise you, you will not know what your life will be like 10 years from today. Now, one of those things that he told me was that from that moment on, I was required to turn my drive time into a learning university. He told me, if you want to create success whenever you're not doing anything, in your downtime, he said, while you're taking a shower, when you're driving in your car, he's like, this does not take any time out of your day. Be playing an audio in the background from somebody that knows how to do what you want to learn how to do. He said, if you'll do that, you will become an expert that will get paid more than anybody around you, more than anybody that you know in your life, and you'll stop talking like this too. So I took his advice. So where was I 10 years later? 2002, September time, 10 years after I met him, I was standing on stage. I was standing on a stage in San Diego, California, in front of 2,400 people, and I remembered that conversation and that I had done it. And you know what I realized? That I couldn't have believed what I had accomplished over the last 10 years if you would have gone back in time and told that guy 10 years before. He was right. He was right. The problem with audio training is there's not a central place to do it. So you end up spending thousands of dollars. So we compiled this Inner Circle membership for that. Now, you also get a Fast Start system. What is that? That's an affiliate training that's designed to help you get started quickly, get into profit immediately, keep growing your organization, and more importantly, make as much money as you could possibly make in your business, specifically for Empower Network. It's going to come in your Fast Start pack. What else do you get? You get marketing tools, right? Like this DVD. And I want you to ask yourself a question. As you're watching this DVD, you're making a decision. And as your prospects watch this DVD, they're going to be making a decision too, which takes you out of the picture for needing to sell. If you can get somebody to watch this and ask a couple of questions, I'm going to show you how you can create any kind of income that you can imagine utilizing our technology, utilizing our marketing systems. What's the next thing that you get? This is the biggest, most important one. You get exclusive affiliate rights to be a part of Empower Network and to market all of our products and services, not just a couple. And there's more commissions that I'm going to lay out here. So what does all this cost together? Well, all of this together, and I'll break down each part individually a little bit later on, all of this together, the cost is $197 up front to get started, and that's going to include some marketing tools so that you can build offline, and also some online marketing tools. It's also going to include the viral blogging system and the Inner Circle membership and everything that we just talked about. And there's also more. I have some surprises for you that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. What's the ongoing cost? The ongoing cost is $144.95 per month, right? Now, out of this, it's going to pay you a commission of $125 a month, starting from when somebody purchases it, as long as they're a customer. Now, I want you to think about that here for a second, because I'm going to show you a model in just a second on how you can create really significant incomes off really small numbers of people. We're going to come back to this number. It's one of the most important things in this presentation. Here's an important thing, though. There's not any risk for you for making a decision. Because if you get started because you're excited, because you're like, I like that guy, he's nice, or you say, I like the vision, or, I like the products, I want to be a part, or you say, I'm going to get rich quick, and you get cold feet, and you say, I want out. If for any reason you want your money back, just tell us in the next 14 days, you get 100% of your money back, so it's not even a big deal to just make a decision and join, because there's no risk to you at all. Here's the next part of that, though, is realizing, okay, I've got it. I've got the commission part down. Show me how that works in a second, right? But I still think it's a little bit riskier, whatever. Let me actually show you how simple this is. So how do you build this is the question. We have an offline system for building. We have an online system for building. And each one of these systems has a lot of training to help you solve any problem you're going to run into. So what's the offline way? Well, this is simple. Number one, you're going to create a list of people that you have influence with, right? Step number one. Or we're going to teach you how to create a new list of people that you actually have influence with. Some people are saying, I don't have any influence, right? Or you're part of the NFL club. That means no friends left, right? We're going to show you how to create a sphere of influence. Step number two, get those people to watch this DVD. Why do you get them to watch this DVD? It takes you out of the equation. You don't have to do the selling, right? And they're going to be convinced to buy as they're watching this presentation, just like you are, right? And number three, you're going to ask two questions to them. What are the two questions? Question number one, what did you like best about what you saw? What did you like best about what you saw? What have you liked best so far? Just think about that for a second. then they're going to answer. And then you're going to ask them, so it sounds like you're ready to get started. Now that second one doesn't sound like a question. Promise you it is, right? It sounds like you're ready to get started. You're just going to nod like this. And they're going to say, oh yeah. Just like after you watch this video, the person who invited you to look at it is going to ask you, what did you like best about what you saw? They're going to be nodding, and you're going to tell them, they're going to say, okay, sounds like you're ready to get started. And you're going to say, yeah. And then they're just going to sign you up. It's that simple to do. If you can do those 3 steps, you can enroll. This is how it's going to work. You're going to enroll, okay, so 2 questions. You're going to enroll anywhere from 1 out of 5 to 1 out of 3, depending on how confident you are. Not depending on the questions, not depending on the DVD. That's dependent on how confident you are. If you're totally unconfident, you get about 1 out of 5. If you're like me, you're going to get 1 out of 1, right? If you're like most confident people, you're going to get 1 out of 3, right? So I'm going to show you how that fits together in a model to create your dream lifestyle here in just a second. So what's the online system? How do you build on the internet? It's the same. And that's the thing to realize. So what do you do on the internet? Well, step number 1 is you create a list of people you have influence with, and we're going to show you how to do that through our viral blogging system. You can do that. You can do that through all kinds of strategies that we have in the resource library that we have in our company. Step number 2 is you're going to send them to see this video on the internet, right? Step number 3 is you're going to, once again, ask them 2 questions. You're going to get them to join, right? 2 questions. So what's the 2 questions again? What did you like best about what you saw? And sounds like you're ready to get started. That's literally it. If you'll do that, you're going to get offline 1 out of 5 to 1 out of 3. On the internet, it's a little bit different. You're going to get 1 in 10, 1 in 15, depending on where you're getting your list, maybe 1 in 30, right? Because you're working with a lot more numbers and you're not having to work with everybody personally, right? So you can use these 2 models together. Obviously, I live in Costa Rica, so a lot of my building is done on the internet, but I also build offline, right? So this is all you have to do it, right? Now here's what I'm going to start drawing out for you. Is I want you to think in terms of small numbers. Remember when I said 125 a month? And I talked to you, I was going to teach you how to build, number 1, a part-time income, right, of $1,250 a month, right? Because that's part-time. Maybe you want to pay your mortgage. Maybe you want to pay your cars off faster, something like that. How many people does that take? 10 people, right? Normally, I'm going to talk about this here in a second. I'm going to talk about organization. 10 people either that you get in this month or that are ongoing that are ordering every month. 10 people. We're not talking about like hundreds and hundreds of people, right? How do you make a full-time income, right? Now, I talked about a full-time income earlier, and I talked about a full-time income as being $6,250 a month. Well, how do you do that? 50 people. These are tiny numbers of people, guys. We are not talking about auditoriums full, all right? So 50 people, right? Now you say, well, Dave, that's a lot of people. Well, the full-time income, the average in North America is right around $3,000, right? That's about the average family income in North America. So cut it in half. 25 people is $3,125 a month. 25 people. If you're getting 1 out of 3 to 1 out of 5, can you get 25 people? Heck yeah, that's easy, right? We're not talking about like downlines in the hundreds of thousands. One time I had a downline of 1,000 people, right? 1,000. I had a team of 1,000 in an offline traditional company. I was making less than $4,000 a month. We're talking about 50 people doing this. That's crazy talk, right? Now, how do you make a professional level income, 6-figure income, right? Well, I talked about earlier, $12,500, right? How many people is that? 100 people, right? 100 people. Now, that's a little bit more people. You're thinking, I don't know if I can do that, right? I got you, right? But maybe you also don't want to make that much money yet. That's fine. You can start at a smaller level if you choose. But after I draw out what I'm going to draw out next, this is just going to blow your mind how simple this is to do. Because you're selling products that meet a demand for 15.9 million people in North America. But who's our real market? Our real market is everybody struggling with the economy. Our real market is anybody that is sick and tired of being sick and tired. Our real market is all the people, they see this and they say, are you kidding me? For 10 people, I replace half my income. I can pay my mortgage on time. I could pay for my car. I could maybe go on a vacation once a year for the first time in my life. This is a small number, and those small numbers make this business work like I'm going to draw it now. So what do you do? Well, we have a commission structure at Empower Network, and it's called a coded bonus power line system. Now that's a mouthful, and the reason it's a mouthful is because I invented it, and I'm not known to be short with my words, but this is essentially how it works. You're going to, when you're building your team on the commissions for these specific products, you are going to pass certain commissions into a coded bonus, and you're going to receive those same commissions in a coded bonus from the people in your team. You're going to understand how it works in a second, so just hold on a second. The first thing I want to say, though, is that you don't have to understand how it works, because we had a guy, his name was Vic.
Hey there, Bob.
Vic earned $2 million before he understood how this worked. Because he didn't care how it worked. What he cared was the results he was going to get and how to create them, so he just went to work. So if you don't understand it, it'll work. This is what you got to do. So you go out, you make a list, you get people to watch this DVD, you ask them the 2 questions. So when you go out, you bring a person in. Well, sales 1, 3, 5, and then every 5th are, the first one's a training sale, and the rest of them after that are team building sales. It's to incentivize your sponsor and your team to help you succeed. So when you go out there and you make a sale, your first sale, well, you're not going to earn the $125 a month, and that's okay, right? Why? Because the second sale, all of it goes to you, $125 a month, right? As long as that person keeps it. You've almost covered your cost with your second sale. So you pass this first one, whoever your sponsor is, right? Now here's the key, though, on the second sale. They also pass up their first sale, and they keep their second. So this person goes out there and they make a sale, right? How much do you keep? You keep $125. Well, this is how a power line system works, though, is this person here also passes up their first sale and keeps their second sale. So this person goes here, and they bring in a person, $125 a month from that person. This person could be a customer, they could be an affiliate and a customer. These are commissions on products that we sell. Does that make sense? So just get people to watch this DVD. So you say, well, how do I get those people? Make a list, get them to watch this DVD, ask them, what did you like best about what you saw? Sounds like you're ready to get started, right? So now you've got a person brings in a person. Now one person has just turned into, right, $325 in commissions a month, right? Now here's the way that this works. So, you're building your organization. What I always say is this: you're also going to pass up this sale, because your third one, then you're going to keep this next one here. You're going to keep $125 a month from this one, right? So what I always say is this: you're not just trying to get a new customer, to get a new affiliate. You want to get one to get one. And what does that mean? It means as you're bringing people in, you bring them in a way where they see it and they say, that makes so much sense, I could do that. And so they repeat the process, and when they repeat the process, it works, and it goes and it gets another person. And how do you do that? Well, you show them this video. Because as they're watching this video, they're going to say, shoot, I could get people to watch this video. That's easy. It is, isn't it? I don't even have to do the selling. I don't have to have that long word here. I could just get them to watch the video. When people watch the video, they're going to make a decision, just like you're making a decision. They're going to see this video. They're going to say, holy smokes, that looks simple. I can do that. And then they're going to get somebody to watch the video, and then they're going to start bringing people in like that. So get one to get one. Well, as this goes down, think about it like this: a total of 10 people, right? A total of 10. You've got $1,250 a month, right? So how do you really transition from one phase to another? Well, there's a couple ways of doing it. You could go get all those people yourself, right? Or what you could do is you could go find 10, right? And what do you do? Well, if you just go out with those 10 and help them get 5, right? And you help them get 5 like this. Now all of a sudden, you went from making $1,250 a month to $6,250 because you've got 50 people by helping 10 get 5. Get one to get one, right? Well, how do you become a professional, get a professional level income here? What if you just helped each of them bring in 2, right? Folks, we're talking about small numbers, because here's this. So you get this person's first one, and because they're connected to you on the power line, you also get their first one. Because they're connected to you on the power line, you also get their first one. Now here's the thing, though. Any one of those people, they're also passing up 1, 3, 5 in every 5th. So what does that mean? That means this person here, he goes out and he makes a sale. Well, that means he's going to make $125 a month. But his third sale, right? His third sale, you're making $125 a month. Now check this out. This person's 1, 3, 5 in every 5th are also connected to you. Can you see how simple it is to get 10 people, 25, 50, and 100? It's just a matter of building your business in a way that people can do. And this is the simplest thing you've ever seen in your life. 50 people, full-time income, right? Does that make sense to you? Is that simple for you? Does that make sense how easy that to do? So what do? Make a list, get them to watch this video, ask them the 2 questions. What did you like best about what you saw? And sounds like you're ready to get started. And they will be, right? 1 in 20 people walking around is in a home business right now and none of them know how to do this. None of them know how simple this can be. None of them have access to this tools, training, information. They'll all buy it and they'll come in, a lot of them as customers, right? This is how our organization builds, but here's the key, and this is where it really starts to get awesome. This is where just it takes on a whole new dimension. We also have other products that people could buy. Now, I'm not going to talk about those products right now because I want to show simplicity here. All right, but you can earn from a single person coming in an extra $2,000, an extra $27, up to an extra $3,000, right? And about 1 in 5 of the people in your organization are going to upgrade to those products. Okay, whether you do it or not, they're going to upgrade, right? Now, here's the key behind that. They're going to do it, and they're going to buy additional products. When they do, imagine this for a second, and those products were the same. You can have a person, they come down here, let's say you bring in 5 people your first month, so you're kind of trucking $500 a month, you got going, right? But then this 5th person, right, the 4th person, you earn a $2,000 commission. Now we're talking cool. Now we're talking as you're building up to this level, there's a lot more coming into your organization. A lot simpler, a lot bigger, from a lot fewer people. And you'll see what those products are after you decide to join, after you get in, after you do that. All right? That's how simple it is. Can you see how simple that is? Bring in 10 people. We're talking total, right? Total. That is the simplest model you've ever seen in your entire life. How do you do it? Make a list, and watch this video, ask them the 2 questions. So there's no risk to you in that. Here's what I'd be doing if I saw this video. I'd be looking for a telephone. If the person who sent me here was long distance, I would be looking over and trying to find an application. If I was in a room, if I had an application, it would be getting filled out, hoping I get in before everybody else gets in, right? And I would be running that application to whoever invited me. If I was in a meeting, I'd be saying, get me in right now. Right now, here's my application. If I was on the internet, I'd be clicking that button. But the order form would be filling itself out because my credit card would have been out 30 minutes ago. We're only talking about $197, right? It's not a big deal. Now, here's the next part, though. Why should you do this right now? Why do you need to do it right now? Here's what I want you to think about. We have already proven ourselves. This is not some theory. We have done in the last 2.5 years $100 million in sales. We've created 13 millionaires. We've created 43 people who have made over $500,000, 143 that have made over $100,000. A lot of people have succeeded with this at various different levels. A whole bunch more than you think, right? We're going to create a lot more. We've got an announcement coming up at our next major event, and I'm telling you something. It is going to take that, what we've done, and multiply it by 5 times. My prediction is actually bigger than that, but I believe it's going to be 5 times. This is a rare opportunity where you're going to get a proven model right before something big's about to happen. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. And you get to be first before the massive multilingual expansion, before the massive international expansion. You're going to be first. And this is the metaphor I like to use. It's like a train, right? It's like a train of riches is going by, right? And it's stopping in your town. I used to live in England. When I lived in England, when I moved from town to town, I used to get on the train and go to the next town. And if you missed the train, you missed it. You had to wait for the next train. But this isn't a train that comes by every 15 minutes. This is like a train that comes by once in your lifetime. And if you don't get on, you miss the train. And the train has come by and it's stopped. It's saying, I'm inviting you to get on with me. I'm inviting you to come join me. I'm inviting you to make a decision. I'm inviting you to take massive action, to decide to do this right now. I'm inviting you to be a part of the train, right? And you either get on the train or you don't get on the train. And if you don't get on the train, here's the key. The train is going to $100 millionaires a year. If you're not on it or if you're on it, doesn't matter to me. What matters is it's your time. It's your time. It's your time. If you really want to do something great, it's your time. That's what I want you to understand. It's your time, right? So here's what you got to do. Get back to the person that invited this to you. If they're in the room, say, give me the application. Fill out that application, pull out your credit card, and make a decision right now. If you're on the internet, hit the button and join, right? If you're in a meeting, just run to the application and just get in. Just get in, right? You know, my son was born about 4 months ago. I have a 4-month-old. His name is Gabriel, and he's like this pride in my life, right? He's just a love baby. You know, I look in his eyes and I see me. When he came out, he had my curly hair and my big old weird hands, right? Probably have my goofy laughs later in his life. This kid, he comes out, and here's something that I haven't shared a lot, is when he was being born, where I'm going to tell the whole story, there's a moment when I thought his mom was going to die. She's the love of my life, right? I was scared out of my mind, right? Just for a second, I thought everything was going to end. But I reached down inside myself, and I found a little courage, and I put my hand around her head, and I said, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. 5 seconds later, crying, right? And I look over this little purple kid, and I remember the doctor that brought him over to the mom. He brought him over to his mom, and she looked at him. I've never seen somebody look at something with more love than that. You know, I talked to my mom about that later. My mom had 7 kids, and she said, well, when you're a woman, you just love a baby from the time you're pregnant. It's just a weird thing most men don't understand. And here's what happened to me, though, in 1 second. In 1 second, I made a new decision about the world. Because in 1 second, it was like the way that I see things just changed. All of a sudden, the world can't be about me anymore. All of a sudden, I have to start thinking about the future generations. All of a sudden, I have to do things in a bigger way because I've got other lives that are on the line. I've got other lives in the world. And sometimes you just got to reach down inside yourself. You got to make a decision. You're at a fork in the road, and you could go left and you could go right. You can make a decision to do it. You can make a decision to not do it. And you know what? 5 years from now, you know where you're going to be? You're going to be where the person 5 years ahead of you is right now is where you're going to be if you don't change something. But you could just make a decision. You could look 5 years down this road, and you could say, I'll tell you where I'm going to be in 5 years. I'm going to be at the top. I'll tell you, I ain't just bringing in 10 people. I'm getting to the next event with a team. You're saying, I'm not just getting in. I'm sponsoring my first person in the next 24 hours. You could say, I'm making a decision right now to do this. That's it, period. That's what you could say. And that's a different decision, isn't it? Pull out your credit card.
Well, now that you've watched the game plan, met David Wood, and are still watching this video, I know you're ready to get started with us, so let's get going. The first thing you're going to do is get your starter pack with the blogging system and the inner circle and the Fight the Forces of Evil DVDs. We'll email you your getting started training and plug you immediately into your big profit system where you're going to get customized landing pages and a built-in autoresponder. In addition to that, you'll be invited to the University of Internet Science, where you'll get complete private access to list building training and email tools that you'll need to build a huge list with us. It's blog daily, collect emails, tell others, get money. Welcome to the team in advance. You're going to have a great time with us. I don't know if you've been involved in your own business before and failed miserably, or if this is your first rodeo. In either case, congratulations on taking action and welcome to the team. Make it a great day because you deserve it. For taking action, I commend you. I'll see the sign-up emails coming in. We'll set your big profit in your UOIS campus up and get you headed on the road to your future. Make it a great day once again. Bye-bye for now.